Isekai.
Rebirth of the Malicious Empress of Military Lineage, Chapter 195, Bridal Chambers. The journey was very long, and after 3 months, they finally reached Great Liang. Xi Jingxing's team of carriage and horses were very fast. If it was ordinary people, one feared that it would take half a year. Shen Miao was able to reach Great Liang this year, to the capital of Great Liang, Longyi. From the last lifetime and this lifetime, Shen Miao had never gone to Great Liang before. In her impression, Great Liang was a wealthy country, and one heard that Longyi was also very prosperous. When Fu Ming was studying, he had said to her before that if there was a day, he would want to go to Longyi to look at how flourishing it was and if Great Liang was as good as the books had claimed to be. Currently time could not be turned back, and Fu Ming and Wan Yu had turned into dust, but she had brought Fu Ming's wish and stepped into the Longyi city of Great Liang. During these days, Shen Miao had long changed out of the wedding dress that she wore during the ceremony, and Xi Jingxing specially prepared clothing for her that was made according to the grade for a Great Liang's Wangfa first rank. Their entourage stopped at the gates of Longyi, and when the guards at the gate saw Xi Jingxing, they let them enter without even looking at any token. This entourage was so large that it drew the attention of everyone on the streets. The commoners said loudly, "It is His Highness Prince Ruai of first rank that returned with Wang Pei." Shen Miao's heart moved. It seemed that the common people here knew of the ins and outs of Xi Jingxing marry a wife in Mingqi, and they were not surprised at all. It was most likely Xi Jingxing had already spread the news in Great Liang early on. As for Xi Jing mentioning that Emperor Yang Lilong knew about this matter, Shen Miao did not believe it. Just as she was thinking, the curtains of the horse carriage opened up and Xi Jingxing rode his horse to outside of it. "Want to look at Longyi's scenery?" At this time he had already taken down the mask on his face. Most likely in Great Liang there was no need to hide his identity, and his expression was different from that in Mingqi. That lazy, arrogant expression had slightly dispersed, and there were some sharpness to his expressions. Shen Miao looked outside. Exactly as the books recorded, the scenery of Longyi was very different from Ding Capital. Even though Ding Capital was very lively, it was only bustling due to the wealthy families. How would any normal family be able to enter the restaurants? On the streets of Longyi, the ordinary people were walking around with smiles on their face. Shen Miao had noticed that the materials that the commoners wore were good, and their expressions and looks were very healthy, and it seemed that everyone was living well. Shen Miao thought in her heart that Great Liang's people indeed live in peace, and the things that was passed around were not lies at all. Longyi was also very big. The buildings in Ding Capital were exquisite and gorgeous, but the commercial shops of Great Liang was majestic and elegant and had some impressive air. Shen Miao had been to Qian country before, but Qian country did not make one's heart yearn like Longyi. Even though she was very knowledgeable, she could not help but look with curiosity as she took in everything. When Xi Jingxing saw her as such, he said with raised eyebrows, "Don't need to be anxious. In the future, when there is time, I will bring you out to shop." Yongle is not small, so one have to take it slowly to get familiarize. His voice was not deliberately soft, so the commoners that was nearby looked curiously at Shen Miao and said, "His Highness Prince of first rank treats Wang Pei very well, and doubt this much. It is of no wonder that when His Majesty wanted to bestow a marriage to him previously, he declined. So he had a special liking for Wang Pei. Wang Pei is also very beautiful and look very matching. After a while she can give birth to little heirs." Shen Miao also heard all these words, and in a flash her face became red. The common people in Yongyi seemed to be very kind, that most of the things discussed were congratulations or praises. Shen Miao did not feel awkward at all. All the while she had felt that human nature was originally evil, and people would always comment on things that they did not know about, but did not know that these comments was enough to ruin a person's life. Coming to Longyi and marrying Xi Jingxing, she was after all Mingqi people, thus she thought it would be just like previous and there would be a lot of criticisms, but not only did she not hear any, she did not feel surprised but inexplicably moved in her heart. At the back of the entourage, Ji Yushu said to Jiao Yang, third older brother really put in a lot of effort in order to let the common people in Yongyi accept Cao Zi. He had long begun to release rumors. It is difficult for a hero to pass the hurdle of a beauty. Goa Yang shook his fan and gave a long sigh. And what about it? It is just that His Majesty would definitely be angry, and there are also those young ladies from those families that are deeply affectionate with third older brother. This time Saozi have to suffer. What is there to be scared of? Zhao Yang said, Shen Miao is not an ordinary person. It is not confirmed who is torturing who. After finishing, he sighed, now that one has returned to one's original position, one somewhat missed the days spent in Mingqi. Who say one don't? Ji Yushu also signed and patted Zhao Yang's shoulders and said in somewhat of a difficulty, let's go. Great Liang's imperial palace covered a wide area, and numerous of side halls were connected together with golden glazed tiles and red pillars and walls. Most likely the imperial family loved gold and red colors, as the entire palace was very imposing. The stone lions at the doors were majestic and proud. The dragon throne was made from gold, with golden dragons hovering. The head of the dragon was at the back of the chair with 2 red jewels as its eyes, and the dragon tails were wrapped around the armrests. The tails were vividly carved and detailed, as if at the next moment it would fly out from the throne and soar into 9 heavens. At this moment there was no one in the empty court, and only the man who was sitting on the dragon throne. He sat straight and majestically, but one did not know why. At this moment the sun was about to be extinguished, but there was no candles lit, and when the light grew darker, that majestic back figure looked extraordinarily lonely. The clattering sound of footsteps were heard in the main hall, and a female came over slowly, dragging the long dress train as she wore the 9 phoenixes crown on her head with a soft smile, and headed step by step towards the male who was sitting on the dragon throne. She said, Your Majesty sit here alone again, and did not tell Chenki. That male only then rose his head and seemed to only saw the oncoming person. So it is the Empress. Empress Xianda smiled gently. What matters is Your Majesty troubled about? Jing Xing has returned today. Emperor Yongle patted his heart, and he brought back that Mingqi female. Zen had told him countless of time to break contact with that female. Not only did he not listen, he intercepted Zen's people and even marries that female back to Great Liang and brought her back to Longyi to be the official consort. Your Majesty do not like Shen Miao? Empress Xianda's voice was soft. Not my clan, so one's heart will be different. Emperor Yongle only said 9 words. It would be 8 words in Chinese. The 9 words, however, represented his meaning. Not Great Liang's people, so one would not do anything loyal to Great Liang. Your Majesty does not like Shen Miao, but Jing Xing likes. Empress Xianda said, else he would not marry Shen Miao back to Longyi from so far away, and would not gift 99 sets of betrothal gifts, and would not have arranged a good reputation with all the commoners under heavens. After pausing she then said, and would not have even rebelled against Your Majesty. Seductress. Emperor Yongle said heavily, but anger was suppressed in his voice. Perhaps Shen Miao really have some extraordinary points. Empress Xianda comforted. Jing Xing has always been a chili who has his own opinion. Your Majesty had chosen that many beauties, but they did not even enter his eyes. Now he actually willing to take such steps for Shen Miao. There must be some reasons. Your Majesty is not willing to trust Jing Xing once. It is not that Zen do not trust Jing Xing. It is that Zen do not trust Shen Miao. Emperor Yongle said, but Your Majesty do not have any ways, right? Emperor Yongle looked at the other part with some dissatisfaction. The Empress want to say that Zen is incompetent? Of course not. Empress Xianda smiled. From the beginning Your Majesty have never been able to steal one's heart towards Jing Xing, so Jing Xing would be this unrestrained and would act first and report later. Naturally he also understand in his heart that Your Majesty would not really punish him in anger. You are correct. After a long while Emperor Yongle replied, but there is not more time. It does not matter who Jing Xing marries, as Zen do not want to control him, but he cannot bring variables back. That female's identity is too special. If Jing Xing believes her words, then in future would bring changes to the situation in the future. Zen will never allow such changes to happen. There is no more time. Emperor Yongle's voice becomes very serious. For the sake of the country, Zen can sacrifice everything and harden one's heart. Empress Xianda's brows slightly wrinkled. Zen let him marry the official consort and Zen can also let him bring in a secondary consort. After speaking he stood up and walked down the long ladder and out of this quiet hall. Empress Xianda stood at the same spot and her gaze was somewhat pained, but afterwards she sighed and followed out. There was only one prince of first rank in Great Liang and it was Emperor Yongla's younger blood brother, Prince Ruai of first rank. This Prince Ruai's identity was very mysterious, as it was said that when young he had been traveling round with abled people. Thus from young, no one had seen how this Prince Ruai of first rank looked like. One feared that even Deng Gonggong, who followed Emperor Yongla the longest, also knew nothing of this Prince Ruai of first rank. It was until 2 years ago when it was suddenly reported that Prince Ruai of first rank had returned to Longyi, and at the praying altar, the commoners also saw the true appearance of this Prince Ruai of first rank. He was indeed beautiful and unparalleled, elegant and magnificent. All the hearts of Longyi's females were attached to this Prince Ruai. However, for a Prince Ruai of first rank suddenly appearing, everyone would be skeptical at first and said that it could be that this was an impersonator, but after thinking about it, the imperial family was so strict and harsh in protocol, so it would not be the wrong person. Moreover, the appearance of Prince Ruai was so beautiful, like the late Empress Dowager, and had some similarities with Emperor Yongla. The Z family of Great Liang's imperial family was all beautiful, and this was a fact that was nailed down without a doubt. When this Prince Ruai returned to Yongyi and regained his identity of Prince of first rank position, he immediately went to court with high-ranking officials. Some of the officials objected to it, saying that this Prince Ruai of first rank had not touched matters of the court for so many years and was ignorant of all matters on Great Liang, so how could one let him participate in the court? Wasn't this making a fool out of things? Emperor Yongla flew in a rage and punished the officials who created the most vicious few officials, but most of the officials opposed to it, and Emperor Yongla could not punish all of them. Afterwards, it was still this Prince Ruai that personally took action and handled a number of difficult tasks that the court had been unable to solve, and those opposing voices became weaker. They said that the other party knew nothing about court matters, so how could one obviously have knowledge of it? One did not participate for many years, but one had the abilities, so it could only be explained that one was a genius. In short, in the eyes of Great Liang's commoners, he was a youth who had a good temperament and abilities, and the most important thing was he was also very rich. For instance, this residence of Prince Ruai of first rank was as gorgeous as the imperial palace after renovation. However, Emperor Yongla was a wise sovereign and was very tolerant of this younger blood brother of his, thus he did not blame Prince Ruai about this matter. It was just that the commoner who passed by would often drool as they stared occasionally at the main gates of the residence of Prince Ruai, thinking which unmarried daughter of which family would have such good fortune to enter this prince residence to be the consort. This was even better than entering the palace to be a consort. Who knew that after much guessing, Prince Ruai of the first rank would actually marry a young lady of Mingqi as his wife. When Shen Miao stepped into the main doors of the residence of Prince Ruai of first rank, a group of uniformed guards stood at attention and greeted her, welcoming Wang Pei. Zi Jingxing's hands were on Shen Miao's waist as he instructed everyone, "Carry in the stuff in." "Is the bridal chamber ready?" Replying to Your Highness, "It is all arranged." A 50-plus-year-old steward-looking person came running in from inside. He had a kind features as he said, "May Wang Pei please look through?" "One has suffered," Zi Jingxing said. "Not at all, not at all." The old steward smiled, "It is good that Your Highness has returned." He then raised his eyes to size up Shen Miao with curiosity. Shen Miao faintly felt that the status of this steward was not low, else Zi Jingxing, this kind of nasty person, would not have spoken nicely, thus she lifted her head to smile slightly when meeting the other party's gaze. That steward seemed to feel somewhat flattered and his face became red in an instant. Zi Jingxing pulled Shen Miao and headed in with dissatisfaction. "Stop looking already." When Shen Miao reached the bridal chambers that the steward mentioned that it was ready, She could not help but felt her tongue was tied. 7 or 8 people was able to sleep on that bed, and the pillows was covered with a soft blanket, with everything in bright red. Disregarding that since a bridal chamber would always be that festive. But what was the meaning of having a spring painting pasted on the walls of the bridal chambers? And there was also a variety of incense burner around. Shin Miao said, "It is better for me to find another place to sleep." "What is the matter, Furen?" the steward asked. "Please speak of any dissatisfaction you have of this room. This old servant will instruct others to change." Zi Jingxing swept a glance at the old steward. "What nonsense is pasted on the walls? Tear it down." "This cannot be done," the old steward insisted. "All these are very meaningful. After all, this is part of your highness's and Furen's marriage." One had heard that both of you have yet to enter the bridal chambers. Since it is the first time in the world, there would always be some doubts. This old servant had searched for these for a long time. Shin Miao, the servants in the residence of Prince Ruai of first rank, was just too direct in terms of their words. Even though she was not a shy and delicate young lady, when one hears such unconcealed words, one would still blush. Zi Jingxing put down the dagger in his hands and stared at the old steward. His eyes seemed to be able to kill others as he said, "Many thanks, Tang Shu, but there is no need to teach." He gritted his teeth. "I know." Tang Shu was startled and said immediately, "But there is no end to learning." Shin Miao shook her sleeves and left. This was a conversation that one really could not listen to. She had experienced the chaos with the soldiers and horses this day. When Shin Miao came over, she did not show any delicate side, and moreover Longyi was really an outstanding place, so there really nothing to be picky about. The servants here treated her very respectfully, but the calling of Wang Pi still made her somewhat embarrassed. She was after all not used to listening to it. Even during dinner, Tang Shu also specially cooked some light side dishes to the tastes of Ming Chi's Ding Capital's people for her. In the afternoon, Zi Jingxing left, and most likely he was also very busy during the day. After all, this was not like Ming Chi. The Zi Jingxing that returned to Great Liang was the Prince Ruai of first rank that was busy with official matters. After washing up, the skies were already darkened and Shen Miao returned to the bridal chambers. It was not that she was willing to come here, but because other than this bridal chamber, there was no other rooms that was prepared for her in the residence of Prince Ruai of first rank. Jings and Gu Yu continued to come over to serve her, and Bailu and Xuanzhong were also promoted to top-ranked maids. As Jings combed Shen Miao's hair, she said, "Before coming to Long Yi, this servant was thinking that one is unfamiliar with the land and people here, and there was some fear in one's heart. One did not think that after coming here, one felt rest assured." The people of the residence of the Prince of First Rank treats young lady very respectfully. It seemed that Gu Yi had taught them well. "Still call young lady?" Gu Yu said. "One should start calling Furen." "Yes, yes, yes, one should call Furen." Jings quickly changed her words and continued, "No wonder everyone said that Great Liang is good. From the looks of it today, it is worthy of its reputation. Not to mention Furen, even this servant like this place a lot." "Oh?" Shin Miao teased her, "Isn't Ding Capital good? Why like this place more?" Jings thought about it. "It is not that it is not good, but one felt that the people here treat Furen much better. Once Furen came to Long Yi, it is with the identity of the Wang Pi of first rank. This is a good start, thus one feel that it would get better and better in the future." Shin Miao laughed. When one was in Mingqi, the second and third household of the Shen residents had hearts with ill will, and old Shen Furen did not have a good intentions towards the eldest household. Her circumstances and the Shen family's circumstances were very dangerous. It seemed that from the eyes of the maids, her life was not at all easy. In addition, with the rumor of her being an idiot, one's heart was filled with disagreement. It was different in Long Yi. She married over with the title of Ruai Wang of first rank, and with Zi Jingxing's attitude to her, the people surrounding would not dare not to respectful. A good start should always make one satisfied. People would unconsciously choose to forget one's past and choose a new beginning. It was just that Shen Miao did not find that it would get even better in the future. Not mentioning about Ming Chi's side, One feared that the plans that Xi Jingxing were executing were not be simple. Great Liang's dangerous situations were not necessarily lesser than that of Ming Qi. One feared that it will be even more dangerous and more complicated. It was difficult to disembark after riding a tiger, and a dragon was not a tiger. Currently she could only thicken her skin to push forward. However, in her heart, it had been a long time since it felt relaxed and lively. Just as she was thinking about it, she heard Jing's and Gu Yu speaking. "Greetings to your highness." Shen Miao's eyes looked up and saw Xi Jingxing walking in. Xi Jingxing said, "Withdraw." Jing's and Gu Yu quickly withdrew. He walked to the front of the table to sit down and waited for Shen Miao as she combed her hair and said, "Is one getting used to it?" "There is no problem," Shen Miao said. Long Yi indeed lived up to its reputation. Xi Jingxing poured tea for himself. "But you need to keep your spirits up." Shen Miao was suspicious. "What other matters happened to you again?" "Imperial older brother had handed a decree to call you and me into the palace," he said. "Imperial older brother is one who is old-fashioned and is very dissatisfied at me marrying a wife, so most likely he would frighten you about it." Shen Miao glared at him. "Oh, very dissatisfied at you marrying a wife?" You indeed took action behind his back and lied to my parents that he had long agreed. Xi Jingxing smiled. "Just a plan of convenience. Besides, if he was dissatisfied with you, so what? There are so many people under heavens that are not satisfied with you, that in Mingqi there were like a school of silver carps that are moving down a stream. You cannot just send them on their way," he said in a lazy posture with a gesture of decapitation. Shen Miao also laughed. "Are you suggesting something to me?" "One did not," Xi Jingxing said. "Our Xi family is different from the Fu family people and would not fight within our kins." Shen Miao, "One did not see that you all are people who have loyalty and righteousness." "Don't believe?" Xi Jingxing asked. Shen Miao shook her head. From ancient times the imperial family had been emotionless, and the family relations one currently was because there was not entangled interest between both of you. Or it is to say that if one stood at a different side, or one day when your position was different, or perhaps in order to snatch something or protect one's thing, one would take action. At that time there would not be any mention of brothers. Even though she tried her best to speak calmly, she could not help to reveal her hate towards it in her voice. Xi Jingxing stared at her for a long time, and Shen Miao seemed somewhat uncomfortable with his stare. "What are you looking at me for?" He shook his head and sighed as he smiled. "You don't seem to believe in the relationships in the imperial family." Shen Miao pursed her lips and did not speak. One could not blame her for not believing, as she lived in the depths of the palace in her previous lifetime, and as the mistress of the 6 palaces. She had seen many things that no one knew. In this world, a female's life was suffering, and it derives from many sources. Even when my Furin fought with her, it was all for a male's favor. However, the males in the palace were different. She had seen princes who doted one's concubine the day before and the next day would gift the same concubine to an advisor in order to pull them over to their side. She had also seen males who, in order to balance the forces of all parties, would accept a compromise and let one's childhood sweetheart be a pinchi, or equal wife, and marry an high-ranking official's daughter with an 8-man sedan. Males abandoning females like worn-out shoes, and males may not be able to take swords for brothers, or being noble and benevolent. Instances of fighting between brothers and fighting between father and son were common. Seeing so much of these kind of things, Shen Miao found it hard to believe that there were family love in the imperial family. Perhaps there were, but it was just that she refuses to believe it. In the future you will understand. Xi Jingxing shook his head and changed the topic. Imperial older brother is an alright person and is also a good emperor. It is just that for you, it would not be possible to be friends. Shen Miao thought that only Xi Jingxing was able to say Emperor Yongle as such. You do not need to be afraid when he threatens you. With me around, no one would dare to touch you, Xi Jingxing said. Imperial Sao is not bad and one can be friends with. There would be opportunities in the future for you to talk with her. Shen Miao's heart moved as Xi Jingxing seemed to be explaining some things to her. You are not going tomorrow? She asked. Why, feeling scared alone? Zi Jingxing saw her raising her eyebrows and said, I will go with you. It is just that Imperial older brother would definitely send me away. You do not need to put what he say to you in your heart and treat it as a dog fart. Shen Miao was silent for a long time. Understand? Zi Jingxing smiled and held her chin up to look at her. Shen Jiao Jiao, what? Felt that after you arrived in Long Yi, you have become much more obedient. The smile in his eyes was stirring and filled with ill intentions. Don't worry. This husband would not abandon you. Shen Miao took a deep breath and picked up the comb on the dressing table before standing up. I want to sleep. When are you leaving? Leave? Zi Jingxing raised his eyebrows. Why should I leave my bridal chambers? Shen Miao eyes were wide open and Zi Jingxing stood up to lie onto the bed. Shen Miao, shouldn't this kind of thing be of tacit understanding? Didn't those fake couples in those novels would have one sleeping in the study and the other sleeping in the bridal chambers? How could Zi Jingxing be like this? She said, then I will go out to sleep. Before the voice finish, her arms was pulled and before Shen Miao could stand steadily, she fell suddenly onto the bed and a pair of powerful arms held her and embraced her. Shen Miao's nose was filled with the green bamboo scent on the male's body, but as his chest went up and down from breathing, she dared not lift her head to look at the other party's expression. One did not know how much time had passed when Zi Jingxing's low voice sounded from the top of her head. 2 months. What? She raised her head unconsciously and her eyes met with a pair of peach blossoms eyes that was smiling but not smiling. However, there was some extremely aggressive intention that made Shen Miao's heart jump uncontrolled. Zi Jingxing hugged her and said lazily, give you 2 months. I would not tolerate it after 2 months. Shen Miao was stunned and the corners of Zi Jingxing's lips hooked up with a smile of evil intentions. Being a gentleman was never my good point. I have never been a good person. Shen Miao jumped up and said, I will go to the study to sleep. Zi Jingxing grabbed her and said, I will go out to sleep. Shen Miao dared not look at his eyes. Previously in Mingqi, there was after all still people in the Shan residence, so Zi Jingxing would not dare to be unbridled. However, currently in Long Yi, there was no one she was familiar with, and the most important point was that there was no way for her to refuse. Zi Jingxing and her were husband and wife, so whatever that was done were all right. Zi Jingxing pushed open the door and seemed to be very happy when he left. Shen Miao patted her heart as it was still beating violently. After Zi Jingxing left Mingqi and returned to Great Liang, he had indeed become more unbridled. It was as if there was still some restraint when ending capital, but currently he showed his original side of him to Shen Miao at this moment. How did married couples in this world get along with one another? Shen Miao had thought. In her previous life, from the beginning to the end, she did not know how real couples truly got along. Thus in this lifetime, she was experienced in every other matters, but with regards to this, she was as ignorant as a child. After a long while, Shen Miao recovered to her senses and simply used the quilt to over her head and collapsed. There would definitely be a road when the carriage reached the mountain. Other matters could be depended on the route that she took in her past lifetime, but for this matter, one could only go with the flow in this lifetime.